Yes, what's going on, people? Raps on TV back again. We are live doing a live watch along, and I've put the poster up there. You see that Buatsi versus Dos Santos. We just called it in the second round, so sorry I was a bit late, but we are here doing this live watch along. What's good? Hope everybody is well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel or if you are going to share this channel, please remember to ask them to subscribe and like. Let's get these numbers up. Let's build this community. Let's get it going, guys. For those that are going to be asking, where's the fight? This is not a live stream of the fight. This is a live watch along. But we are in the second round now. Dos Santos has already gone down. So it's been, to be fair, it looked like good work for Buatsi so far. I think there was a bit of a backstory to Dos Santos coming into this. Those of you that are not aware of this, but you probably are by now, he joined the army. He was in prison for, I think, 3 years. So he's kind of 15 and 0, but he would say he's a late bloomer in his boxing game. To be fair, though, if you do look at his record, which most of us do now, right? We all go to BoxRec. The record is not great at all. So I think from an opponent, in terms of a dangerous opponent, I think whilst he has a big punch, I think the fundamentals are going to be key. We're going to have to question whether this is the type of opponent that could really sort of shake Buatsi. It doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Like I said, he's already gone down Dos Santos in the second round. So we're just at the end of the second round now. Yeah, I mean, look, Buatsi, I think, when people were critical of this fight and this card in general, I think if you go online, you can see people are pretty critical of it. I think it's fair to say that, look, he's in a tough division, and I think whilst yes he could be matched with stiffer opponents, I think moving over to Virgil Hunter, new trainer, working on new new tricks, new philosophies in terms of the fight game. You do want to see those kind of guys go up against an opponent that isn't going to be the toughest. So yeah, Dos Santos, whilst he's not the most feared in the light heavyweight division, I think this is a good opportunity for Buatsi to kind of showcase a little bit of what he's learned. I'm sure Virgil's going to be quite calm and composed in the corner, but it is an opportunity for us as fans to get to see some of the things he could be learning. So the third round's kicked off now, and I think it's fair to say, Joshua's coming straight out of the corner, taking the center of the ring, walking Dos Santos down, and yeah, Dos Santos doesn't look like he can cope. I think Buatsi's got the pick of the shots that he would like to choose. So guys, let us know your thoughts. I mean, domestically, do we think Buatsi should start looking at domestic fights? It's a packed division, not just internationally, domestically as well. Got the likes of Lyndon Arthur, obviously Craig Richards, who just came off a great, even though it was a loss, I thought he done very well against Dimitri Bivol. You got Anthony Yard there as well. You got Callum Johnson. I think Jose Burton's coming back in and running. So there's a lot of guys within that light heavyweight division that Buatsi could maybe get a domestic fight up against, and I think the fans would like to see that. I think from his side, he's obviously want to get to the world title and the world stage, but maybe giving us a domestic dust up could be something that will help build his fan base. I think he's a well-spoken fighter. And I think maybe just to get more fans behind him, it might be an idea. But, at the moment, he's making the right moves in terms of, in my mind, going and working with somebody like Virgil Hunter. Obviously, Sissoko's already in that camp, but we know Virgil Hunter is a master of this game. So, Buatsi is going to be picking up a lot of gems. So I think, yeah, it's a great move. But so far, we haven't seen anything outstanding. I think Buatsi is a level above this opponent, and he's taken the fight to him as he usually does. Whilst he's a well-mannered fighter outside the ring, in the ring he does turn into a bit of an animal. So yeah, he's taken the fight to him. He hasn't really taken much shots, which is one thing I know. Him and his team wanting to work on. You can see he's got his right hand up by his jaw, but he's throwing punches in bunches. He's just got Santos up by the ropes. I think Buatsi has to be careful though. Santos seems like puncher that's got a big. He's got a fighter that's got a big punch. So you do want to be mindful of that. This is the sport of boxing, and there we go. We're seeing a bit of a test of strength. He's pushed Buatsi over. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So guys, let me know what you think. Lots been going on this week in the world of boxing. This card so far, it's been, to be fair, pretty average. We had Lauren Richards, who, in my mind, put up a masterclass. But most boxing fans don't understand or really appreciate the sweet science. And I think, yeah, it was a good fight to watch from a skill set. But truth be told, I think you would have wanted to see Lauren Richards go through the gears and take his opponent out. Unfortunately, he was not able to do that. But yeah, he was a clear 12-round fight. But yeah, Buatsi's bringing the smoke. I think Buatsi's definitely bringing the smoke. So yeah, for those of you guys tuned in, past, present, or future, let us know who you think Buatsi should come up against next. You think it should be someone on the international scene. You think a domestic fight would do well for him. Yeah, let me know your comments. But yeah, Buatsi's just walking Dos Santos down. I think it's important if Buatsi can get a knockout, a stoppage here. I think that would be really good for his career. He is getting a little bit of criticism, and I think this light heavyweight division. I think whilst other guys can be fast tracked in other divisions from the Olympic scene, I think this is a Sharks division. So you don't want to get caught up in the wrong matchup. Just to prove something or just to show your pride. Yeah, that you're a tough guy. No, I don't think it works like that. I think you've got to come up against the right opponents. And there's a lot of experience that's going to be needed to win titles in this division. You've got Bivol. People forgetting now. You've got Badou Jack. You've got Jean Pascal. Obviously, you've got Better Biv. I mean, you might even want to throw Canelo into that name, into that ring if you want. Joe Smith, Gvozdyk. So yeah, there's a lot of fighters there. But yeah, just watching a bit of the in-round action, and you saw when Dos Santos kind of pushed Buatsi down, Buatsi got back up, and yeah, if he doesn't like that, I think now's the time to show some punishment. Stick the jab out, come with that right to the body. There you go, start landing some big shots. Yeah, okay, I think definitely we're going to see something like that because Buatsi's all action at the start of the 4th round. He's walked Dos Santos down. He's parrying the jab, but he's looking to get in with that big right. I think Dos Santos is doing well. You can see he's a strong individual, is able to get into the clinch and kind of frustrate Buatsi. But yeah, as I was saying, light heavyweight division, a lot of sharks there. So, whilst I say we want to see him up against tough opponents, he does need to get that in-ring experience. Last time out, he fought Kalic, underrated fighter, but we saw the damage that he had to his eye. And I think, outside of Dubois and clearly Billy Joe Saunders, I think we can see now eye injuries can do a lot to your performance and your chances of winning a fight. And Buatsi battled through that. I think he definitely battled through that. Yes, talk to the Budge. What's going on, brother? He goes, Buatsi would definitely want to stop him now after that rugby tackle. I agree with you, brother. He came out in the 4th round looking for action. So I think, yeah, he definitely wants to get that stoppage. And Buatsi can be a bit of a vicious fighter when he wants. But it was good talk to the Budge. Hope you're well. It's been a strange card, to be fair. Couple of decent fights. I think the Dalton Smith and Appleyard came on very early. That was quite decent. Yafai versus Cunningham. I don't know if anybody caught that fight. That was a weird fight. The scorecards were even weird. I think a couple of the scorecards were 114, 111. Well, I had Cunningham in a wide decision. I think, the last few rounds, yes, Yafai kind of stepped up, but it was too little too late. We had 3 knockdowns by then and quite a few more rounds that Cunningham had dominated. So, yeah, I think for me, that was a weird scorecard. But Buatsi is hunting. He's definitely hunting Dos Santos down. I think he's got to stay calm and composed. That's definitely a skill set of Virgil Hunter's fighters. We obviously saw that with Andre Ward. It's keeping calm under the pressure, but still being able to show that grit and tough it out. So what are we saying, people? Lots been going on in the boxing world. Still no news on Joshua Fury. I was hoping we would have got an announcement tonight, but it doesn't look that way. Joshua is in camp and Fury's still in the States. So yeah. Oh, what a knockout! Buatsi's laid one on him clean. Ouch. And I'm talking like Dos Santos' face on the canvas. But he's okay. They're just turning him around. His neck they're just putting the rest of his neck on the ropes. But wow, that was a finish. That was a finish from Buatsi. And I think whilst the opponent wasn't of the level we would have expected, that's the kind of demolition job that you want to see from your fighters. Um, I'm sure Buatsi would have wanted to go through the rounds and pick up a bit more experience and just work on things that they've been working on in the gym. But a lot of it is technique. So that punch that came through, which looked like it was a right hand, he's probably been working on that in the gym for about 2 weeks because that's the type of trainer that Virgil Hunter is. So yeah, I think it was great finish. Yeah, let's hope that Dos Santos is okay. He doesn't seem to be moving much, and the paramedics are around him, so it always seems a bit troubling when you see that. But I think he might. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just watching, like you guys. I guess I'm just seeing what happened here. But that was a great finish. I mean, hopefully we can see that replay. Yep, he's sitting on the stool, so he should be okay. His corner are holding him up. Paramedics are there. Doctors are looking at checking him over. But I think he's going to be okay. Again, what a finish from Buatsi. Really put Dos Santos to the sword there. I think that's more than fair to say. I think that's really, really good. So what was that? The fourth round? The fifth round? No, I think that was the fourth round. Yep. Ends it in the fourth. I mean, look, Buatsi, what next for him? I mean, I'm pretty certain he'll want to test himself. If you listen to him in his sort of like pre-match talks, he's always talking about winning, going for the win, doing what it takes to win. And he's a fighter that is ready to give it his all. So I would imagine that any opponent that comes up that he's faced with, I think if the management team think it makes sense, then why not? We're talking about the levels of Bitter Bev next. No, absolutely not. I don't think anyone would say that. But yeah, there's a few guys I think he might want to get in the ring with and kind of show that he has got power as well as the boxing ability that we know he has. Callum Johnson we know has got great power in the division. I think rightly, if we think back, he put down Bitter Bev. So yeah, we know Callum Johnson has got power. Jose Burton, not so much, but he's a good fighter, talented fighter. Anthony Yard, we know, has got power. So yeah, it's good. And I mean, obviously, Lyndon Arthur, that will be a skill set fight, right? Because we know he's got the jab, and he's working well with his fundamentals. So yeah, that's definitely something I think that we could see this year. I think he's got to be active. I think we should look to see Buatsi out again this year. He's done 4 rounds tonight. He's been in camp in the States, training well. I'm sure he's adjusted to the time differences and also all that type of thing. So yeah, why can't we see him out again soon? Maybe even if we get news on Joshua versus Fury, maybe we could see him on that undercard. I think that would be a good experience for him, similar to what Lance Okoli. Similar to Lance Okoli wasn't on the undercard actually. He was just out there. But yeah, I think that would be good for Buatsi if we can get on that undercard. They haven't shown us the knockout again yet because I think they're just probably being a bit respectful to Dos Santos. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, make sure you check out. I'm sure you're going to find it on Twitter or online very, very soon. I think that was a great finish from Buatsi. Dos Santos is gutted. I think he's more gutted with himself. So feel sorry for him, right? Feel sorry for him watching this. He's in tears. But he done what you could do. Of course, we know his backstory, army, prison. So big opportunity for him. He probably wanted to give it his all and maybe cause an upset. But yeah, really, he really is devastated here. And I think Virgil Hunt is kind of going to his corner and just talking to him. Again, look at that. Even he should be proud of himself. That in itself is a great honor. He's in the ring with a legendary coach / trainer giving him words of encouragement. Buatsi doing the same here. Yeah, it's strange. Something you don't see too often in the ring, but yeah, I think fair play to Buatsi and Hunter, giving him the encouragement that he needs. But yeah, Dos Santos, you're gonna see this probably on Twitter. He's absolutely gutted. Well, it makes you wonder what was at stake for him more than just obviously there wasn't a title on the line, so it kind of makes you wonder what was at stake for him. I'm pretty certain, you know, if yeah, well, I guess he's not going to get on the matchroom card again, but yeah, let's see. Okay, they're now showing the knockout, so you can see the jab. He's parrying, came in with a big, yeah, caught him with a right flush on the chin. To be fair, it wasn't, you know, it was flush. No, that was flush. But it was lights out. Ooh, yeah, you saw the knee. You know when they knock out, when the punch, when the glove lands the chin, and the knee just buckles. Literally, yep, the knee went, like I said, face down. What did they say? Face down, ass up. Bad. Yeah. What's going on? Talk to the Budge. Yes, I really want to see Buatsi step up against a gatekeeper like opponent next, someone like either Alvarez, Sullivan Barrera, or Jesse Hart. Great points. You know, even I mean, he's not a gatekeeper per se, but Marcus Brown. You know, again, you're talking about some really good names there, recognized on the international level, names that would give Buatsi's credit, CV a lot more credit than people want to give it at the moment. And to be fair, you know, someone like Anita Alvarez, I think it's a live opponent. You know, Jesse Smith, Jesse Hart, yeah, live opponent. So yeah, Sullivan Barrera, those guys are great names. Talk to the Budge. I think it's a great suggestion. I don't know if that will be next on their plans, but it should be. I wonder which of those guys are, if any of them are signed to the zone. I know Alvarez typically fights on top round. I want to say the same for Barrera, but I'm sure you know US based fighters, that might be something that is easy to make. I think one of the benefits also that we actually spoke about of being out in the States is the sparring and the level of sparring that he's getting now. I mean, you could imagine that's toughening him up in terms of his ability to take a punch, but also, you know, his punch power is able to work on that because he's probably having to work quite heavy. And you know, the reputation of sort of sparring sessions in the States, it's really dog eat dog. I'm not saying it doesn't happen in the UK, but you know, think back to the Mayweather, the Doghouse, those types of things. It's like non-stop, like winner takes all kind of thing. But yeah, we're just watching it. David Diamante has called it for Buatsi, but Dos Santos is really upset. Like I said, he's you got to wonder what was at stake for him. Who knows? But yeah, guys, listen, that was just a quick one. We're going to be back on Tuesday doing a review of this fight card. We'll be doing a review on this fight card. We're going to see if we can get a couple of guests on the show this week as well for next weekend's fight. Huge clash over in the States. Josh Taylor taking on Jose Ramirez for it's a unification fight. All the belts on the line. At lightweight, I think that's going to be a classic. I really think it's going to be like one for the fans to savor. So really looking forward to those of you that are going to be hopefully tuned in on Tuesday to come and drop your comment or provide a comment on this Matchroom card. But for now, guys, we're out. Appreciate the support and love as always. For you, those of you locked in the past, present, or future, please remember to subscribe, hit that like the channel, and hit that notification bell. Must be important. It's very important. Cheers.